I got off of one train with Kawasaki equipment. Now I'm getting onto another train with Kawasaki equipment. So credit to Kawasaki for today. Especially if you saw my last video, there was a C3 passing by Woodside. So before I went on break on YouTube, I worked on a series of recordings that I never was able to have air before my break. So here's actually one of them that I worked on back in January. I'm sure that almost every unionized or non-unionized worker, like almost all the workers that work for Amazon here in Staten Island, probably hate me right now. Although, to be honest, like, the personal thing that I have against unions, it has nothing to do with being the workers in particular, because here's honestly one of the reasons why I wouldn't want unions if I was to start a corporation. Honestly, I have nothing against unions in particular, or even union workers. Like, my dad is part of a union for his job, for instance. And one thing I must give credit for unions is that at times, unions are beneficial for the employees, where they're able to help certain ones to be able to keep their jobs when there's certain potential cutbacks to a company or whatever various things that may occur from time to time. And they also bring certain benefits, like being able to afford for medical benefits and so on and so forth. Although, admittedly, the downside about having a union is that at times there are certain changes that need to take place within a corporation in order for certain things to last long. Although, admittedly, sometimes those that have executive privileges or are in charge of certain things, sometimes, and I'm gonna say this from the perspective that I took entrepreneurship in high school, is the fact that sometimes the entrepreneurs or the ones in charge of the business at times forget the fact that it's really the employees that help the company to be what it is today. And sometimes, let's face it, we entrepreneurs at times we may take things for granted. For instance, going back to Amazon, I actually have a few friends here on Staten Island that actually works for Amazon. And I'm not trying to cause any boycott against Prime membership or anything in particular. Yet, because of certain things that Amazon offers and advertise, while it may be a benefit to the consumer, it's more strenuous towards the employees themselves, and sometimes the entrepreneur doesn't realize that. So I'm not saying that everyone should be pampered to a degree, because pampering everyone would just make matters worse. But if there could be somewhat of a middle ground within a corporation where basically, yes, you want to provide a decent service compared to that of the potential competition that you may have, but also not in a way that would be too strenuous for the employees whatsoever. Like, some employees, they need certain things to be able to be well off, but before making a certain decision, at least talk with at least each of the employees in particular. Not necessarily in the form of a union, because again, unions could also be another financial setback for a certain company. Yet at the same time, to talk to everyone individually could be able to help to settle certain matters, and also see ways that certain things could be able to improve for everyone's interest, both from the employee's perspective, the executive's perspective, and also that of the consumers. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments.